in law, and well, there's a bunch of different classes that involving AI, well, different technologies, and well, there is a module where we teach them about, of course, Kleros, and also some elements of decentralized justice in general, and also well, legal design, which is the application of a number of like design thinking tools to build software products that are applied to well, to the legal industry, basically. So it's a really cool exercise we do with the students. So, and this for me is also a quite always intensive week, because not only I come here for the teaching, but also this means, you know, different, you know, meetings with different people who want to well, talk to me and some potential partners or well, other relevant people from the ecosystem. So I will only have a few minutes today. I didn't want to not come today because I want to address some things I've seen on about the case 170. So I won't comment, of course, about the substance of the case. I don't think it's appropriate for me to comment on that. Some weeks ago, someone asked me about the distribution of tokens at Kleros, and I said, of course, the cooperative doesn't give information about individual tokens holders, but I said I could share an updated distribution of tokens in aggregate, which we already did. I mean, this was already into the cooperative report. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see it, but the information you requested is there, and there you can see the tokens that were given to the different members of the team, and in compensation, which is, as you know, is an important part of the use of the tokens that Kleros has, and also well, tokens that were sold for the token sales. So now we did a token sale in 2018 and one in 2020. So everything is there, so you can see it. I mean, maybe I can later print screen that table, but it was already shared in the report that we present from the cooperative every well, year. And also we had last week the cooperative meeting where I presented the main topics of well, what went on during the last fiscal year and some plans we have for the next one. So I hopefully that addresses questions you had about the case 170. Excited about seeing how this is going to evolve. Of course, I will not comment on the case itself, because I don't want people to say that I'm influencing it. Everything that you say to us, I mean, we do investigate, and we are the first people who are interested in just you know, seeing that the Kleros system is as efficient as possible, as fair as possible, transparent, etc. I see there's people also concerned about what they call the centralization in the tokens. I think that we have maybe the like a rare privilege of being accused of being too greedy and not greedy enough by the same people in two different Telegram groups. Of course, the tokens are quite centralized, but this is normal for every project, crypto project that is in the first stages of development. What we use for, I mean, for framework to think about this is an excellent piece that was written by venture capitalist called Jesse Walden. He was a VC at Andreessen Horowitz for some time. Andreessen and the HSBC Crypto. And then, well, he left, and now he has his own fund called Variant. I do recommend that you see the blog post he made while he was at Horowitz. It's called Progressive Decentralization. And in this post, he explains how he thinks a project should start from a centralized project and go to the road to decentralization, right? And he his framework includes like 3 steps. Kleros has followed not exactly this because we started Kleros before this post was made, but when we speak to and when we advise like our EQB companies, we typically tell them to read that because that's a good framework. And in the first stages, that's fine to be somewhat centralized because your main goal is to try to have product market fit. So try to solve a problem for the market. If you don't solve the problem of the market, nothing else matters because you are just useless, and that's what we don't want to happen. Some centralization in decision making is perfectly fine for faster iteration and faster learning, faster adaptation. This is the framework we have been following, and I do recommend that you take a look at that article. So this said, I mean, I think that we have been extremely fair in the way in which we have allocated tokens. So for those of you that have been with us for some time, and well, William will not let me lie here. I mean, you know that when we did our first token sale, so we did not do any pre-sale to venture capitalists. We did not give anyone tokens with a discount. We went through extremely great pain to do a token sale that was fair. As you know, we did an interactive coin offering that I think we were maybe the only project that did that. This was based on a paper by Vitalik and Jason Teuch from Trubit, where they proposed a very specific way to distribute tokens that lets every participant in the sale make their own, decide what's their own cap. So they would decide how much they want to pay for the tokens, and if the value is too high, so they just can withdraw and leave. Okay, so that's what we did. We even had to write the smart contract to do that sale. So I think that so we went to great extent to make this as fair as possible. And the reality also, guys, is that people don't want to sell the tokens. People who are especially those who are in the project because they believe in the vision, they don't want to sell. I wouldn't want to sell my tokens. And what I can tell you is that team has lots of skin in the game. What you prefer, a team that has no tokens in the project? No, we have lots of skin in the game, and we have every incentive to make this work in the long run, right? So I guess this addresses the concerns about centralization of tokens. That said, let me also say that this insurance case, there's probably going to be more cases coming from Slash in relation to the UST DPEG, and so one of the insurance covered was that type of risks. So maybe more cases will come, and this might be the larger amount of value that went to Kleros for resolution. We don't know exactly how many will come, but we do already see that we are having some product market fit in insurance. So we are also seeing different requests for integrations from insurance protocols, and this is an extremely great news that we have seen this week because this is product market fit, and this is a great use case, and this can be a great leverage for the growth of Kleros in the coming time, especially because this use case already works without the need for scalability, which we are working on that because you already know about all of the V2 work we have done. This is what I wanted to say. I'm seeing very bullish about all this that's coming from insurance. I don't know, maybe Clément, you have any thing to comment about all this?
Yeah. You want me to use my headphones properly? Yeah, so like, do you remember they are like they own PNK in the same way as anyone on PNK? The cooperative is not doing any specific rule on how they can use it. Like it's part of the compensation, and it's not doesn't belong to the cooperative. So they can use PNK the way they want it. And if at some point they believe that there are some wrong rulings, well, they have all incentive to try to not have wrong rulings because they have a lot of skin in the game, they have a lot of PNK. They don't want bad ruling to happen in Kleros because like in addition of having a economic incentive, they also tend to be passionate about the project and don't want to see bad things happening to the project. So it's pretty much the same incentive as anyone holding PNK. Like you want Kleros to be successful. How is Kleros successful? Kleros is successful if it's useful and if it's used. So in this case, you want to give rulings which are good for people using Kleros. So in this case, for example, that for n/, if n/ gets bad ruling, while n/ may just stop using Kleros. And like what they should do, that's what the market should do. If n/ get good ruling, we're gonna keep using Kleros. There will be more cases, more arbitration fee paid, and more utility to PNK because that gives you some chance of being drawn in disputes where you have to pay arbitration fees. So I think anyone like with a juror should ask themselves what kind of ruling are going to be good for people using Kleros. And if they see some ruling which are about to be made and are about to be bad, that's their economic incentive to try to defend the project, at least from what they believe is a bad ruling. So I don't see anything. I don't see anything wrong with that. Actually, that's working as expected. People are following economic incentive in whatever they think would be the good ruling for the project.
Okay, thanks, Clément. I have to go now because I have a meeting, but guys, you can stay here. I think we addressed the concerns you had, but yeah, I mean, Clément stays. So you say Clément, so people may have some other questions. And yeah, and for me, see you on Telegram. And I'm sorry I have to go, but this is a quite hectic week for me because of all the meetings happening because of the Paris University teaching and that. So I need you here, guys. See you.
See you, Federico. Maybe unless you have questions, follow-up questions, I can update a little bit about what's going on our side without revealing too much. We are preparing the ETHCC, our presence in Paris in July, and receiving right now a lot of interest to organize again the hackathon for the ETHCC because they will not have capacity to do, let's say, the official one just like last year. So we are intensively considering this challenge. The schedule is tight, but we hope to get things done to propose a hackathon again this year with maybe partners from last year, or I've seen a lot of motivated other partners for this year, actually this week. So that's quite exciting, but I will let you know when things will be more concrete. Maybe if I'm done with my update, I don't know, maybe George, you can, William, you can follow up with your side on research.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have too much to update. I had an interesting call with some researchers from the University of Aarhus. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly, the University of Denmark, They have a preprint where they discuss incentives and Kleros jurors. And like I gave them a bunch of feedback on their work. They asked a lot of questions about how Kleros works in practice, and they're continuing to do research on Kleros and sort of modeling juror incentives. I hope to take some of their work and use it to improve the parameterization process eventually, like how the parameter calculator works, and maybe have like more nuanced models of how sort of jurors behave. So that's promising. I'm making some paper edits for an article that I'm writing, or that I've written more or less, on a Schelling point-based social choice theory that's slowly working its way through a journal submission process. And next week I have my mechanism design workshop for the incubator. So I look forward to giving mechanism design feedback to the various incubated projects.
Thank you, William. Maybe let's go to JB if you have some updates to share. JB, are you here? Oh, maybe he's left. I would like to consult you guys about the following idea regarding the community call. Would you like to see, let's say, regularly once a month, or the most regularly possible, guests, so basically partners whom we are working with that we could invite and receive in the community call? Is that something that you would like to see, or are there specific things that you would like to see in our meetings every week, or at least, let's say, once per month, to have a bit of a pushing this activity, having more maybe exchange together? You don't have to answer today, but you can also get back to me if you have suggestions. If you would like to see partners as guests, just let us know. Yeah, I'll take this as a yes. So no, we are brainstorming on this specific idea. I don't know if JB is not there. Maybe Green, you have some updates to give to the community call.
Oh, well, the Twitter bot is online now. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much the most interesting thing on my side.
Sounds good. Okay. Anything else or questions, guys?
I have a question. Like, do we have any updates about the incubator? How it's going, and if we will have a presentation from the teams about what they are learning, something like that?
So we are in the middle of the program. There will be probably, just like we did last time, presentation that's more at the end of the incubation program. So now we are in the middle of it, and I'm not in Lisbon to attend also the workshop. So maybe Clément, if you have something to say about the evolution of the teams.
Evolution of the team in which sense?
How is it going for them in the program? How is it going in the blog? Yes.
Well, for now, it's really like the start of the incubator, like just 2 weeks. So we have two teams. One team UBI, who is making a marketplace. One team Prove Me Wrong, who is making news curation system, something a bit similar to Curate. And we have been giving them some workshops, and even more workshops are to come. Now I'd like to see if it's progressing a lot. 2 weeks is still a bit early to say that. We're probably going to be able to see that in like 1 month or 1.5 months, I would say.
Thanks, Clément.
Thanks.
So the idea is to have the presentations at the end of the program, but this will be organized, yes.
Perfect. And I would like to share the POAP word for anyone that wants to claim it. It's Kleros. Sorry, let me double check. It's Kleros PMK, and you can claim on the POAP app. I'll post it a little bit for a moment in the chat, and I'll delete it soon. And if you have any problems claiming it, you can DM me, and I can send you a direct link.
Thanks, Shin. Thanks a lot for this. And yes, guys, don't forget to claim your POAP at the end of the call. Do you have any more questions? I guess that's a no. So we'll see you in the group chat. I'm going to post the recording of today's session, and otherwise see you next week.
See you.
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.